Mickey to Mickey. An old thread.
So where are we at this time, guys?
We're at Disney's Boardwalk in Orlando, Florida. It's a Disney resort for DVC members, but everybody can stay here, right?
Yeah.
So this hotel has actually got two wings. One's for DVC, and those are the villas. The other side is for just general guests, and you can get those rooms. So this is our first trip here. A couple things of note. We've been here for a couple of days, so by no means are we representing this as the when you walk in the door for the first time. But we thought it was fair to give you guys an idea of, you know, our take on the room. You know, we've done a lot of these, and I think we've got a lot of interesting things to share with you.
The first thing I want to point out is we haven't made videos of any of the previous ones we've stayed at, but we have stayed at the Beach Club.
Yeah.
Beach Club. Did we stay at the Yacht Club? But I think
Yacht Club
is
just a hotel.
Yeah. Okay, so the beach one, we've stayed at ours, which is Bay Lake Towers. That's where we own our points at. And Alani and White, all just like
and California,
stellar.
California. What's the name of that one? California.
The Grand
California. Yeah.
So anyway, we do have a fair representation of what Disney has to offer. The service is immaculate. The stay is immaculate. The rooms are beautiful and very well laid out. So that's where our expectations lie. We have been spoiled, if you want to say spoiled. So this is where our review comes in. It's going to be a little less flattering to Disney than we normally would do, just because we've been a little disappointed by the Boardwalk.
Yeah, and let's be clear, we love our Disney property. That's why we bought a DVC. So I think that again, we thought it was important to share. Just maybe a little positive criticism to hopefully help us get DVC and Disney back on the DVC path.
A lot of people love the Boardwalk, and I will say that the actual Boardwalk on the outside, when you're walking on the Boardwalk, it looks just like New Orleans. That's where the Boardwalk is, right? No. It looks just like
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, thank you. You know what I meant. And it's really, really cool. It's beautiful. The hotel itself is a little worn out, is what we've come to call it. The carpets, they look just kind of torn and dingy. I don't know if it'll actually reflect in the video here. If you want to take a look here in the bathroom, Jonathan, this is the bathroom.
Again, we've been here for a couple days.
This is with the light on. It's a little dark, a little
sad.
sad.
You can hear the jet-powered fan in the ceiling. And that's actually necessary because you get so much heat as well as steam from this shower, which I actually like. But I know my sister, we call her the center, had an interesting point about this bathroom.
It just felt a little dingy.
Yeah, it feels dingy, and I love the water pressure in there, but like after you take a shower, you almost have to open the door because it is impossible to dry off because it's just the steam sits in there.
Well, I think people call those steam showers, except this one's really not designed to be a steam shower.
It's not supposed to be.
That is a good point, though. They do have great water pressure, which not a lot of hotels do.
Yeah.
So, good job, Boardwalk.
Yeah, the shower head, actually, I like the shower head. I'm not going to lie. It's a nice shower head. Good water pressure. It's always nice and hot. I think the one thing I noticed is the lighting in there is a little bit...
It's really dark.
Yeah, it's kind of, I would call it romantic. Because it's like a nice evening candlelit dinner type of lighting. It's pretty, yeah. It's definitely not up to power. So,
this is the Vanity Area, which nothing special about it, nothing bad about it. It's just
At least it has drawers. These drawers actually do function, so that's nice. Because we've stayed at some places where they're just fake and we can't use them, so the countertop looks a lot worse by the time we're done.
Yeah, so again, nothing special, nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's not like Alani or even Bay Lake, but
The closet is roomy, and it does have a lot of stuff for those who have children.
So we found that this is interesting. This one came pre-stocked with like
a sweeper, high chair. There's a pack and play back there. The only problem with it is it's hard to close the doors because there's so much crap in here. But you know, if you have use for all this stuff, then it could be an actual real amenity. Whereas to us, it's just annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think other closets we've seen too are better laid out, like they actually have drawers and storage. That's something that annoyed us, was that there's only 3 drawers for our clothes and stuff, which for 3 adults who pack for every season, because you never know what you're going to get in February.
It's February down here, and we left probably 4 degrees to come down here. So this is the kitchenette. Not a lot to really say here. They did come stocked with some paper plates. Up here,
nobody's really offered to restock anything, but normally they do.
Yeah, I guess that's an interesting point. So we've we've stayed at I think 5 different resorts thus far in our little DVC experiment, and it seems like this one. I don't. Again, it's not meant to be a criticism. It's more of just an experience. I think that we've experienced other things like an example of Bay Lake. I think we've had them where they actually drop off like a basket in front of our door to let us know that it's the day that we're going to get serviced. And they'll bring the towels in, and they I think even a couple times we've actually seen them make our beds. Not change the sheets, but make our beds.
Well, they do. They drop off it's a big laundry basket full of like towels and new stuff for you and soaps. So it's like a big present. But not only does it, you know, come in a nice presentation, but you can use the laundry basket to haul all of your laundry to the laundry room. And I called housekeeping, missing my laundry basket, and I requested one, and they said, "Oh, sure, yeah, no problem, laundry basket on its way up," and it never came. So I was a little disappointed. It just feels like there's a little lacking with the services here. Everybody's been very friendly to your face. I don't want to really put down the staff. Things may just be done differently here, so I don't want to say they're not doing their job in any way, because I don't know. It's been compared to other resorts.
Or we may have gotten really lucky to other resorts. We don't know.
I think a lot of it has to do with, there's a lot of conferences and business people here too. It's one of the only places that Disney actually keeps like conference halls for companies to come in. So they're more worried about them. Like whenever I came in first before they got here, like a couple hours, and normally there's a welcome home and walk this way, and I had to wait in line with the normal crowd. They didn't have a special DVC podium like they normally do, and they were more worried about the people behind me that were special business gold members than me.
So yeah, that's a good point to make. And DVC, by the way, if you don't know, stands for Disney Vacation Club. Those are that's the club that we belong to. But yeah, there's usually a welcome home and a cookie.
Yeah. Cookie.
And our own podium to check in. Usually someone's waiting for us outside.
We feel special.
So you're not feeling that special. Oh, here's another thing I want to point out. Is this awesome high technology thermostat. So you can see you have a choice between warm and cool. I don't know what warm means, and I don't know what cool means. What I can tell you is the temperature in the room is always varying depending on the time of day.
It's muggy.
Yes.
It smells like mildew.
Again, bummer. So this is our awesome bench.
With no storage, once again.
Disney's usually.
Well, did we look underneath this thing?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, there's nothing under there.
Nothing.
Disney usually takes really good advantage of the storage. Like, there's usually a place under the bed for your suitcases, or storage under a bench or something, or a coffee table with something. There's no coffee table here.
Well, but again, I want to be overly optimistic, but I do know that this resort was built, I think, early or mid 90s. So this one is significantly older than like Bay Lake Towers or Alani or some of the other ones we've stayed at. And the only reason I'm pointing that out is, hey, you know, things have changed, technology has changed. They probably have learned a lot from these, and maybe these are all criticisms that they built into our experiences. So,
true.
But other things, bed. Claire, what's your position on the bed?
It's It's fine. It's a little firm for my taste, but that's just up to individual preferences. Just a little firm. And when we got here, poor Michelle was all depressed. I think the grandma coloring really got her down.
Yeah, that's the
We're
end.
used to contemporary, I think, and again, that's all up to preference. You know, it's
Yeah, we're calling the room Candy Crush. Is the official terminology we're using for it because it looks like the game Candy Crush.
Pink walls. I don't know. Maybe that's what the boardwalk's like.
Yeah. And for the expert on the pull-out bed.
It's not a bad pull-out bed. It's just really ugly. But besides that, it's better than the one in Hawaii, but it's about the same. I would say it's about the same as the one over at
Beach Club?
Beach Club, yeah.
Okay, well that's our favorite.
Like, is it thin or soft or?
It's
that memory foam.
It's a memory foam.
Can you feel the bars or anything?
I can feel one bar, but it's not making me go numb and random
That's good.
limbs, which is good.
Yeah.
That was happening to me over in Hawaii. Yeah, and one other thing, there are no plugs anywhere. Like, you got this table, everyone wants to set up their computers, and there's not a plug anywhere.
Yeah, that's the other thing we miss about our other resort is they usually have that plug bay down there right underneath the TV, and definitely don't have that. Might be something that they can retrofit, hopefully, but you want to talk about the drawers?
No, this is just where you put your clothes.
Yeah.
There's just 3 of them.
3 of them, right? Then you got your DVD player underneath the TV. Your, I'm going to call it almost high definition TV.
Flat screen.
Flat screen.
There, yeah.
So this is the overall view of the room. One of the things I actually really enjoyed about it, though, actually is now the outside deck is not huge. You can see it's got enough room for 2 chairs. We wish we had more room because I think in Alani we had enough for 4 of us out here. But the cool thing is our view. So there's the Beach Club, our other home that we love so much. And then you got I don't know what that's called, the little lagoon. But so you have a nice view from outside on your deck, and you can hear the boats. That's an interesting thing, actually. So, Michelle, your favorite noise?
Yes, the boats. They beat those horns as long as the boats are operating. So early in the morning, I think they must start around 8 or maybe earlier, and all the way till after the parks close. Those horns are what I'm hearing. So
now, granted, we are not at the we're past our prime in terms of getting up and trying to get going in the morning. We're more of a casual vacationers now. Mm-hmm. So that's becoming a kind of an annoyance for us is the horns. So, yeah. But
don't bother me.
Well, that's because you can sleep through a nuclear attack. But no, I think the view is probably my favorite part of the room, and then you can see we're right off of the main lobby, so that's kind of a cool area. In terms of the food options, our quick service restaurant is the bakery.
Yes.
There's a little bakery. Normally at other resorts, there's especially at the Beach Club one, there's like a huge quick service with sandwiches and omelets and gourmet everything, and then they also have like the market inside of it, so it's huge and awesome. The one down here at the Boardwalk, they have it kind of divided into little tiny shops. There's a marketplace, but then there's the quick service, which is just a little tiny bakery with a couple of sandwich options. So nothing that they like their variety. I was all right with it. It just just a couple of sandwiches. They did have a really good breakfast option. It was a bread bowl with scrambled eggs and bacon and gravy and potatoes all mixed into one, kind of like those taco bowls. And a fruit cup.
Good deal.
I liked that.
And then I guess the other thing I would say is the laundry situation. So we're assuming that Disney's learned, but one of the things we did find is that there's literally, I think, to our knowledge, let me just say that
there's two, one on each wing.
Okay, so to our knowledge, there are 2 laundry rooms with 3 washers and 2 dryers in each. Or I'm assuming in each because we've only seen 1, but. The point is this is a rather large resort for DVC.
A lot of families.
So the fact that they only have 2 laundry rooms is somewhat surprising, especially with as few washers and dryers as they have. So, but that's the general take on the room. We've got some other stuff we'll show you, but for the time being, this is Colleen. That is Michelle. I'm John, as always. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.